Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to the second episode of Warcraft 3. We're still going through the tutorial levels. There's only 2 of them, but they do give us some story as we go. So let's go and jump into the second mission. And on we go.
It's been 3 days and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting him.
War Chief, the clans are assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Grom Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Grom. Where the hell are you?
Now again, the narrator's going to be telling me how to do stuff, but because I've already done this before, I'm mainly going to be ignoring him and just getting on with it.
Journal has been updated. To find out
I'm
more
going to start by sending a peon to the mine. And we need to get as soon as we've got some money, we need to get ourselves some more peons.
Once a peon has been ordered to harvest gold, he will automatically travel back and forth between the gold mine and your closest great hall. Here are a few additional peons to increase the rate of gold collection. You have just placed a rally point for your structure.
So obviously the narrator's going to keep going on about everything that I
You
do.
will automatically travel to the rally point's location.
I do love the noises
Place a
peons
rally
make.
point. Select one of your unit
But you can't hear them while the
structures and
narrator's going
right-click
on.
on the ground where you want the rally point to appear.
What do you want? Something need doing?
See, very much sounds that
The
travelled
amount of
over.
gold that you currently possess is displayed in the upper right portion of your screen. As peons return to your Great Hall with gold, your gold stockpile increases.
So the narrator's probably going to say one more thing about getting another peon, but
Now
we'll
that
just
your
sort of
gold
wait. Yep,
income is steady,
there we go.
you will want to produce additional peons to construct the rest of your base. To train a peon, first select your Great Hall.
Even the rally
There
flag.
is now a Train Peon button located in the command card near the bottom right corner of the screen. To begin training a peon, simply click this button.
Right, okay, so there's 3 resources that you have in this game. You've got gold, which you get by sending peons to gold mines. Gold's pretty much used to basically train new units. It can also be used for upkeep. You'll see at the moment it says no upkeep, because we currently don't have a big enough army. So it's all dependent on how much food that you are using. So food is just here. It's represented by every unit you have costs 1 food. And the maximum number of food you can have is dependent on your building. So the Great Hall produces 10 food. We've also got this Orc Burrow over here that produces 10 food as well. So we've got a maximum of 20. We can get more by building more Orc Burrows. And then the final resource that we have is wood, which we get from harvesting trees. And wood is usually used to build buildings. Let's go ahead and queue up some peons.
Training a unit
We will need
takes
quite a
time.
few of these.
When your Great Hall is selected, you can see a progress indicator in the bottom middle portion of your screen.
So I can't remember what it wants us to do with this first peon.
Ready to
In
work.
order to support a larger population, additional orc burrows will have to be constructed. Burrows provide the food that allows you to train more troops. To construct a burrow, select...
There we go. So he wants us to build a burrow.
Ready to work.
Should have built it this
In
side,
order to
really.
produce additional buildings, you must gather more lumber from the nearby forests.
Me too.
Now that your peon has been assigned to gather lumber, he will automatically travel back and forth between the forest and your closest Great Hall.
Ready to work.
There's a few more things that it's going to ask us to do. One of those things is to build a war mill,
Well-placed war mills can increase the efficiency of your lumber harvesters.
because then we won't have to
Ordering a
come
peon
all
to
the way
construct
back
a war mill.
to
To
the
increase the rate of which you collect
Great
lumber,
Hall. We can
train
just go back to
additional
this
peons
place.
and assign them to harvest from the forest.
You want?
So we'll just get these guys harvesting.
Ready to work. Yes. Work complete. Too.
Now the Orc Burrow's done.
Something need
I'm
doing?
going to get this guy to build one more Orc Burrow.
Work. Ready to work.
And then when we've got enough wood, it'll ask us to build a barracks, I believe. Just trying to remember the order that it goes in. One thing I do like is that these Orc burrows can actually attack. They're an offensive building, so they're a little bit like a watchtower. But you can actually press this button and all nearby peons, well, you can only hold like 4, but 4 nearby peons will take shelter inside it, which is kind of cool. We'll go for the gold. Apparently we've completed that one. Are we working on any more peons? We are not.
Contain various upgrades that can be researched to improve your troops. To see what upgrades are available, select your war mill.
We're going to start building the barracks anyway, so let's put the barracks down there. But we're going to go to the war mill, and we're going to spend 100 gold to increase our melee attack damage on grunts, raiders, and tauren. And we might as well also queue up the upgrade to steel armor.
We need more lumber.
Did we really? Oh, 75 lumber. Though it won't take us long to get that. There we go. Now we've got the 75 lumber. Okay, that's that sorted. So as soon as this is built, we will get the peon that's working on it to go back over to the gold mines. Probably gold that we're going to use more than lumber now, because we'll have built all the buildings we want. Not too sure what the Altar of Storms does. Maybe some of it's just locked because of, you know, the fact that we're only playing a tutorial mission. Now, obviously, trees are a finite resource. You do run out of them. And the gold as well. You don't have an infinite amount of gold within the gold mine. So eventually that will run out. If you've played any sort of RTS games from the late 90s, early noughties, you'll be more than familiar with the way that most of this stuff works anyway. So let's go ahead and queue the barracks up over here.
We need more gold.
Don't even have enough gold.
Until you reach your quest requirement.
So we need to get 5 grunts. We'll probably... Well, we don't actually need more than that, because this particular mission actually gives us extra ones as we go along. So that's fine.
Yes.
We're also going to need a spare peon. We don't really need the wood at the moment, because there's... we've pretty much done everything we need wood for. Can we queue up another one? Yes, we can. I could have built that additional barracks, actually, which is not a bad idea. So, again, you can have a separate unit queue for each building. So if we had 3 barracks, we could have 3 unit queues for these guys, and we could produce 3 at once, or not 3 times faster. There's 2 different mechanics on RTS games for having multiple buildings of the same type. They will either speed things up, which I think is like the way Command & Conquer used to work. So on Command & Conquer, your units would always come out of 1 barracks, but if you had 2 barracks, it would increase the speed, it would double the speed at which they're produced, but they'd still come out of the 1 barracks. Whereas then there are other games where you actually just get 2 separate queues. But it is still fairly straightforward, which I do like. So we just need to wait for the rest of these grunts. As a little bit late, I forgot about building the second barracks, and even if I tried to build the second barracks now, by the time I'd done it, we'd already have the other 2 grunts, so we might as well just wait for them. So the grunts themselves don't have any real special abilities, but Thrall does. So Thrall has Farsight, reveals an area of the map that it's cast upon for 8 seconds, and also reveals invisible units. And then he's got his Chain Lightning, that bounces for up to 4 times, dealing 85 damage on the primary target, and each jump does less damage. Pretty much just the same way that it works in World of Warcraft, which is quite nice. The building models aren't too terrible. I mean, obviously, yeah, the units are, because they're very, very low poly count, but the buildings don't look much different from how they do in WoW. That said, I mean, WoW is almost as old as this game. Not quite, but I think World of Warcraft's over 10 years old now. So it's definitely getting on it. I can't remember what year it came out. It must be about 11 years old. There we go. So we're going to hit Control and 1, because you can actually assign units to a bandbox.
You orcs are in violation of the Alliance Internment Act. We've already captured one of your leaders. If you surrender now, we'll spare your lives.
War Chief, they say they've captured one of our leaders. Maybe they're referring to Grom.
I hope not. But if they have captured Hellscream, I'll make them regret it. Lok Tarogar! Come, my warriors. We must drive the humans back.
So, let us go
Our town
and
is under attack.
start moving down. So, we want to go all the way down to here, because these guys are attacking these watchtowers. Now, the towers will, I don't know, for some reason, it always breaks, and these, when that little cutscene goes on, it breaks, and the peons stop working. I have no idea why. Let's move this peon down there. Why do we have more? Oh, you were building that. That's fine. I'll let you off on that one. And we've got another one over here. Yep, you go and collect lumber. I don't know why it stops them doing what they're supposed to be doing. So these guys are all going to attack and kill these guys off. These buildings are damaged, or at least one of them is.
Move Thrall and the rest of your forces across the bridge and locate Grom.
That's why we're coming down here with the peon, though. Now, we can destroy these towers. These towers don't actually attack. So I'm just going to let that happen automatically.
During the fight. To repair a damaged building,
There we go. So we'll get him to fix that.
click the repair button and then left click on the desired structure.
I don't even know if we get XP for these. No, I don't think we do. But they're both destroyed anyway. So let's carry on around the map. Now, you can't destroy everything on these maps, and a lot of the areas are blocked off, you will notice. Very strategic placement of trees to stop you going off the edge of the map. Although it does make me wonder what would happen if you actually got peons to chop them down. And again, the fact that the trees are individual objects on the map that can be removed, once again something that carried over onto Dota. Because that's how you get your health back, eating the trees. Okay, let's go and just attack these towers because we can. Because we will want to take the gate down as well. Now, are you still repairing that? Oh, you do take some time, don't you? Now, I know that we are going to gain some additional troops as this goes on. So, I'm going to go and get this guy to build another Orc Burrow. We can build it over here. It'll be perfectly safe. Double tap 1 to go down here. Let's go and attack the gate. So, as you can see, we've got up to 40 food. We'll have up to 60... well, we'll have 50 when we get the next Orc Burrow. Yeah, there's not really an awful lot that we can do around here. You can't attack the animals either. I've tried. Just won't let you. The game does not like you doing that. Let's go and attack these guys, because we want to free these cages up.
Your time has come.
So one of our guys is taking a little bit of a beating here, but there we go. So that gives us another grunt. Let's add him to the mix. So we do have this free peon now, who I'll probably just go and send up to the gold mine.
Let's get on.
So let's carry on down here.
For honor. Yes.
Again, we've got some more... looks like Stormwind soldiers. It says Alliance forces, but they do look like the Stormwind soldiers with their armor. And we've got ourselves a Shaman.
Direct me.
So,
Lokrigar.
Shaman are a spellcaster. They've got a ranged attack, but they also have another ability
At the same time.
called Purge. Removes all buff from a target unit and slows its movement speed by a factor of 5.
Using the subgroup interface, you can do so without having to try to select them
For
individually.
honor.
So, not
Notice that the current
necessarily
list
that
are
useful.
displayed in the bottom middle portion of your screen by little portraits. One of the unit portraits is highlighted with a yellow glow. This means that it is the currently activated subgroup. You can switch between
the
subgroups by
Horde.
pressing the
Oh,
tab key.
forgot about
left
these
click
guys.
on one of the portraits that is not highlighted. This activates that subgroup and displays their spells you command.
Doesn't take long to kill these guys off. So everybody's still fairly alive right now. Another couple of guys over here.
For honor.
Bit of chain lightning, always gets the job done quickly. There we go. That gives us some more grunts and a second shaman.
The war chief.
And yeah, what the tutorial was saying, what the narrator was saying there before I spoke over him, was that if I've got this entire group selected, you see this yellow highlight around Thrall, because the unit buttons down here, particularly the skills, these are Thrall skills. If I hit tab, it will then select the Shaman, and I can see the Shaman skills. And if I hit tab again, it'll select the grunts. But they will. I've still got them all selected, so even if I've just got Thrall selected, the whole group moves. But it will change the abilities that are available.
Dabu.
But let's keep moving up.
Yes.
Again, we've got some more units that we want to attack here. Now, one thing I am interested in is if I use Purge, see both of them use their Purge at the same time. Which I prefer it if it didn't. So we've got to get this gate down. We're very close to finishing this mission as well. I knew these first ones would be short. So let's go ahead and get down the gate. Now we're going to go ahead and attack these. Now these things have a habit of directly attacking the Shaman. So we're going to move the Shaman out of the way. And let's get everybody over to this tower, including you. It is a little bit strange that these things always go directly after the spellcasters, but I suppose going after the ranged units, the ones that are likely to do the most damage, makes the most sense. Let's go and take that one out. We'll bring these. We don't really need the Shaman anyway, because it's pretty much mission over at this point. All we've got to do is get to here. So I suppose it doesn't really matter if we lose any units, although I prefer not to lose the Shaman. There we go. We literally have completed the mission now. Just got to wait for it to sort itself out.
Ron, are you all right? I'm fine, little brother. Luckily, they only injured my pride. Great, because we're getting out of here now. We're leaving the human lands for good. Finally, follow me. I have an idea. We can set sail on the humans' own ships. Perfect. But we'll need to wait for the rest of the Horde.
The Horde is assembled, War Chief. We await only your command.
Now, go, young Thrall. Sail west to the lands of Kalimdor. It is there that you will find your destiny. It is there that your people's salvation will be assured.
So if you don't get beached on those rocks. Looks like you're going to run aground there. So there we go. That is the second mission done, which is the last tutorial mission as far as I am aware. So now that the game has taught us all about the Horde units and the Horde buildings, we play the Alliance campaign, which is a little bit silly, but the next video shouldn't be tutorial, it should just be pure up story and gameplay. So once again, I hope you have enjoyed these last couple of videos, and I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the series. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.